Hi students, today we have to see your 10th standard biology life process heterotrophic nutrition. What is heterotrophic nutrition? Its types, then nutrition in amoeba, nutrition in human being. These things we have to see today, starting from heterotrophic nutrition. When the animals depends on others for the food, do not produce their own food, just like plants, they are called heterotrophs, and this nutrition is called heterotrophic nutrition. The example of heterotrophic nutrition are parasitic nutrition and saprophytic nutrition, and also holozoic nutrition. Parasitic nutrition means those animals which lives in the body of host but do not kill the host, just take the food of the host or just suck the blood of the host, just like roundworm, ticks, lice, mice, cuscuta, amerbale, this plant, all these are the example of parasitic mode of nutrition. Then saprophytic mode of nutrition. Saprophytes means those lives on dead and decaying parts. They are called saprophytes, just like fungi, mold, yeast, some bacteria. They decompose the dead bodies and whatever the fallen part of the trees, that is decomposed in the soil with the help of these saprophytes. They are also heterotrophs. And the third, holozoic nutrition. Those animals take the food inside the body and digest that. They are called holozoic nutrition. Just like amoeba and human being. Paramecium also. See the example of amoeba. Amoeba forms the pseudopodia, that is false food, that is from any part of the body, whatever the cell surface, from anywhere that cell surface forms the pseudopodia, and that surrounds the food, and the food taken inside, and then that forms the food vacuole, and inside the food vacuole food is digested. In this way, nutrition takes place in amoeba. See here paramecium also. Paramecium, sleeper-like animal. Cilia they are on their body. And one spot, that is just like the mouth. With the help of cilia, food passes forwarded to that spot which take the food inside the body. This happens in paramecium. Now come to the interesting that is related to our digestive system, our life, that is human nutrition. This human nutrition has 5 steps: ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and last egestion. Starting from the first process, ingestion. Ingestion means the process of taking the food inside the body, that is called ingestion. That takes place through the mouth in the buccal cavity. Mouth is this mouth, but buccal cavity means inner part where the food is processed. That is called buccal cavity. Inside the buccal cavity, what happens with the food? Food is broken down into small pieces with the help of teeth, and simultaneously the muscular organ tongue mixes this saliva secreted by salivary gland with the food, and that forms the bolus of the food, and that bolus comes in the esophagus, that goes in forward direction in the esophagus. What takes place in the mouth? 30% digestion takes place in the mouth. How that? Saliva secreted by the salivary gland in the mouth contain the enzyme that is called salivary amylase, and this enzyme convert the starch into simple sugar, into simple sugar, or we can say maltose. Okay, in this way 30% digestion taking place in the mouth. Then food comes in the esophagus. The movement is called peristaltic movement. What the muscles in the gut that contract, and due to that food passes in forward direction. That is called peristaltic movement. With the help of peristaltic movement, the food passes forwarded. See here model of digestive system also. This mouth, this esophagus, stomach, liver, small intestine, this, and this large intestine, anus. Okay, you can see this model also. From the esophagus, food comes in which part? Food comes in the stomach. This is the muscular organ called stomach. Microscopically you can see the stomach, this model. Different parts of the stomach. Inner side of the stomach, inner wall that contain gastric glands. Okay, this is the inside picture of the stomach, and this is the outside. When the food comes in the stomach expands, and inside the stomach inner wall stomach has the inner wall that has gastric glands. Stomach has gastric glands, and that secretes what? What is secreted by the gastric glands in the stomach? What is secreted by gastric glands in the stomach? Hydrochloric acid, then next pepsin, and third mucus. These three things are secreted by the gastric gland present in the stomach. What is the function of hydrochloric acid? This hydrochloric acid makes the food acidic, and that is very important for the action of the pepsin secreted by the gastric gland. And this stomach wall is protected from the hydrochloric acid by mucus. Mucus also secreted by the gastric gland. After the stomach, food comes in the small intestine. After the stomach, food comes in the small intestine. What happens in the small intestine, that we have to see. This small intestine is connected to liver also and pancreas also. Small intestine, you can see, that is actually small in diameter but larger. But how that is packed in the stomach? Not in the stomach, in the digestive system. How that small intestine is packed? That is due to the coiling. Due to the coiling, that is packed. See here in this diagram. This is the small intestine, and this is the large intestine. All of you got? This small intestine also has glands that are called Brunner's gland. That is in 11th standard in more detail. At first, we will see this small intestine, which part is connected to liver and pancreas. See here, this is the part of the small intestine. Actual digestion takes place in the small intestine. Protein, carbohydrate, fat, everything digested in the small intestine. How the digestion takes place in small intestine? Liver. This is the liver. Here the individual model of liver also. See, this is liver. liver has which cell? That is not given in the 10th book. Hepatocytes are the cells present in the liver that secretes the bile juice, and that bile juice secreted by the liver connected in the gallbladder, and from the gallbladder this bile juice comes in the small intestine through the bile duct. What is the function of this bile juice secreted by the liver which comes in the small intestine? When the food comes from stomach to small intestine, that is acidic food. That acidic food is made alkaline by this bile juice. And also fats, oils in the food that are having large globules, and it is very difficult for the enzymes to digest that large globules. For that, bile salt present in the bile juice convert that large globules of fat or oil into small globules, and that is easy for the enzyme due to that. Just like lipase enzyme easily act on that, and digestion will take place of fats and oils. All of you got about the liver, what that secretes and how that helpful to make the acidic medium, and also fat digestion role of bile juice of liver. Then pancreas, see here, this pancreas secrete pancreatic juice, and that comes also in the small intestine through which? Pancreatic duct. Which juice present in, which enzymes present in the pancreatic juice? Trypsin and lipase. Trypsin for protein digestion and lipase for lipid digestion. After that, food again converted into simple form by intestine. Small intestine has Brunner's gland, and that also secretes the enzymes which converts the food again in simple form. Protein converted into amino acid, carbohydrate converted into glucose, and lipid converted into fatty acid and glycerol. In this way, food is converted in simple form, complex to simple. This is the phenomenon of digestive system, digestion mechanism. This also we have to follow in our daily life also. What the food we take, that we have to chew very more time. We have to make it smooth, so the saliva properly mixed in that, enzymes will act properly, and the speed of the taking food also will be normal. Not we have to take the food hurriedly. That can causes digestive problems. All of you got? Small intestine is the actual place of digestion also, and actual place of absorption of food also. Which part of the small intestine absorb the food? Inner wall of the small intestine has the finger-like projection that absorb the food. That is called villi. Just like washing brush, cloth washing brush, that is having bristles. At the same way, under the microscope, this inner wall of the small intestine, we can see the bristles that are called what? Villi. That creates the large surface for the absorption of the food. And these villi are connected to blood vessels. The food from small intestine absorbed by villi and then absorbed by blood vessels through the villi. Villi are connected to blood vessels. And when the food comes in the blood, then that reaches to each and every part of the body through the blood circulation. Food we are taking in the small intestine, but that is going to each and every part of the body, each and every cell of the body. How? That is through the blood. Means from small intestine, when the food is going into the blood, we are getting energy, our tissue are repairing, our growth is taking place, new cells are forming. All this takes place due to the health of the small intestine. How important is digestive system, small intestine? After small intestine, whatever the remaining undigested food that comes in the large intestine, correct? That comes in the large intestine. No digestion in the large intestine, just absorption of the water only in the large intestine and some mucus secretes that for bowel movement. Then through the anus, the food is given out. Anal sphincter there. Time to time the food is given out by defecation process, by the anal sphincter. Regarding the small intestine, one question for your CBSE exam important. Small intestine of herbivorous and small intestine of carnivorous. Herbivorous means deer, cow, buffalo. Their small intestine is larger, and the carnivorous, just like tiger, leopard, their small intestine is small. Why? Herbivorous animal, just like the deer, cow, buffalo, they have to digest the cellulose, and for cellulose digestion, that is the complex process. So their small intestine is large. Herbivorous small intestine is large. But carnivorous, just like tiger, their small intestine is small because it's easy to digest the meat. One thing again regarding the digestive system, teeth health. How to maintain the teeth health? If we are not maintaining the teeth health, what will be the result? Dental caries. If the food stuck in the teeth, that forms the bacteria, and that bacteria secretes the acid, and that acid demineralizes the outer covering of the teeth, white color, enamel, and also below that layer, dentine. This causes the dental caries. This can be avoided by regular brushing, especially after meal. It's also good the brushing. Due to that, what the food stuck, that will be removed, and our tooth health, our teeth health will be better. The purpose of my channel is to connect the education with real life. We have seen the digestive system. All of you know, nowadays due to stress, hurry life, people are facing digestive problems. But the main cause is stress, because this digestive system is connected to nervous system. So many problems, just like acidity, constipation, irritable bowel syndrome, piles, indigestion, so many problems of digestive system occurring, and that can cause the effect on other organs also, because digestive system is the prime system. So we have to take care of this digestive system. Just like yogasanas are also very beneficial. Specific yogasana for digestive system is Vajrasana, sitting that specific position, Vajrasana. Then what, Malasana. Then simple that asana, I do not know the name. Just like that, and this going to left side and then going to right side. These asanas, yogasanas are important. Then so many remedies are there, just like honey, use of honey occasionally, or ghee 1 or 2 teaspoonful, which makes the digestive system smooth. And also, while medicinal plants also important. One plant I found while walking early in the morning in botanical garden. The name of that plant is Andrographis paniculata. Andrographis paniculata. This is the plant. Andrographis paniculata. This is in Hindi called Kalmeg. Kalmeg. Andrographis paniculata. Kalmeg. This plant leaf is very effective for the smooth working of the digestive system, for the good health of the liver, for to kill the intestinal worms, ascaris. It acts as laxative. Whatever the smooth movement of the bowel, so that is very effective for the digestive system and health of the digestive system. So single leaf daily in the morning, 2-3 weeks can cover the simple digestive problems. In this way, I am connecting my channel with the daily life. So subscribe my channel, like my channel, and also share my channel for just like information which are important as a education point of view and also for in daily life also. Subscribe, share and like my channel Naik's Biology to get newer and newer information regarding our daily life, our health and our good life. Okay.